You're listening to Nuestra Gente with Linda Parra.
Buenas tardes, estamos acá en Nuestra Gente Radio Show con Linda Parra, mis amigos, y tenemos como siempre otro invitado en nuestro programa en el día de hoy para conversar con todos ustedes acá en Nuestra Gente Radio Show, saludándoles con muchísimo cariño. Gracias por estar allí conectados, mis amigos. Estamos acá en vivo a través de Nuestra Gente 96.5 FM para llevarles a ustedes una interesante entrevista. Hoy nos encontramos con Clemens, and she is the director of the Neighborhoods Department for the city of Toledo. So we're going to be talking, and we have some questions that people would like to
Okay, thank you.
know about, some information that we have here. And let me just do that. Okay, so welcome to the show,
Oh, thank
Mrs.
you.
Clemens.
Thank you,
The
Linda.
mic is yours. We're on the air.
Okay. Thank you, Linda, for having me on your show, and hello to all of the listeners of 96.5. I am Roz Clemens. I am the director of the City of Toledo Department of Neighborhoods. I bring you greetings from Mayor Wade Kapsakavich, and we want to talk to you today about the programs that we have available to assist the City of Toledo residents with a myriad of housing issues and challenges. We are aggressively trying to promote those programs so that our residents have more access to them and so that our residents use them. Our housing programs are funded by the federal government through the CDBG and the Home Partnership Program. They support home repair. They support housing purchase, down payment assistance, and they also support rental assistance. So I'm going to sort of give you a brief snapshot today of all three of those programs and encourage you, if you have those needs, to apply. The first program that we would like you to be able to access is a rental assistance program. We have, the city has committed $2 million to fund emergency rental assistance. We know that a lot of you out there have been impacted negatively by COVID, either loss of hours or loss of jobs. And we rolled out a program on the 1st of June to assist people with up to 3 months of rental assistance. People, again, that have been impacted negatively by COVID. You can receive a maximum of $2,500 over a 3-month period to assist you with your rent. Now, you've got to provide documentation that, again, that the COVID has somehow impacted your job situation, and you have to meet income eligibility requirements, which is about a family of 4, you cannot make more than about $4,000 a month. And I think for most people in this market, that probably would qualify you.
So let me say it in Spanish.
Okay.
So people when can listening to the station and also is watching us through our radio Facebook page. There is a program for the community. Hay un programa para la comunidad, para las familias que pueden calificar para el pago de sus rentas. Ustedes, you said it's can be about $2,500.
Yes,
right?
the maximum is $2,500 over a 3-month period, and we will pay for rental payments or delinquent payments beginning April 1st of this year, which is when we started having problems with COVID. So if you lost your job and you're unable to pay your rent beginning April 1st of this year, we will look at that, and we can pay up to 3 months rent for a total of $2,500.
People has to bring the documentation.
Exactly. People have to bring your
that.
documentation, you have to bring your pay stubs, you have to bring your bank statements that show us that somehow COVID has impacted your earnings. And if you can provide that documentation, we also require your landlord to sign an affidavit that they will not evict you while you're getting this assistance. The landlord has to register the property as a rental property. We have a landlord registry that the landlord must register the property as. So there's some requirements that you have to do, but it's not very burdensome. We have 2 organizations that are administering the program on behalf of the city: NeighborWorks Toledo Region and Lutheran Social Services. Lutheran Social Services is located on Collingwood Boulevard, and NeighborWorks Toledo Region is located on 2nd Street in East Toledo. I'll give you the websites of each one of those organizations. You can access the applications online, or you can download them. The applications are also printed in Spanish, so you can, for those that are Spanish readers, you can access the Spanish language version.
Okay, so let me say it in Spanish.
Okay.
Hay un programa de la ciudad que puede darle a ustedes $2,500 para pagar la renta por 3 meses. Para aquellas personas que han sido impactadas por la pandemia del COVID. Ustedes tienen que traer documentación para probar que han sido afectados por la pandemia a partir del 1 de abril. Tienen esas pruebas, entonces se prepara toda una documentación, tienen que llenar una planilla también. Si califican, pues llenan la planilla y a ustedes les hacen llegar este pago de $2,500 para cubrir 3 meses de renta. Así que si ustedes están teniendo problemas, nosotros vamos a proveerles esta información en español. Vamos a colocar un flyer en la página de la estación de radio para que ustedes puedan ver toda la información. And also telling people that we can place the flyer poster on our radio station page in Spanish.
Okay. I will get you that. I will get you the Spanish language application, and I will get you the Spanish language flyer for the program.
So we can place it on our radio station page and people will get some more information.
Okay.
Es un programa que está haciendo el Departamento de Vecindades de la ciudad de Toledo para todas las familias que estén afectadas por la pandemia. Como lo dijimos anteriormente, tenemos como invitada acá en el estudio a la directora Rosalyn Clemens. Ella es la directora del Departamento de Neighborhoods. Y están promoviendo este programa de ayuda con renta, pago de vivienda para todas las familias que han sido afectadas por el COVID-19, mis amigos.
Now, we also can provide them with the telephone number, and if you call, there is a interpreter that you can access. Okay. So you call the number and you say you're interested in rental assistance, and you say you need language interpretation. They can, within 5 seconds, they can get you a Hispanic interpreter to help with the call if there's a need for that. So the numbers are for NeighborWorks Toledo, the numbers are 419-691-2900. And for Lutheran Social Services, 419-243-9178.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll get you the flyer, we'll get you the, that has the website and all of that they can access.
Okay, and you say that it has, there is an extension that you can press and it will convert it to the Spanish language.
Prompt you, yeah. When they go on, they just tell them that they need an interpreter and they'll get them on.
Okay. So, hay 2 números de teléfono, mi gente, que ustedes pueden llamar para obtener más información sobre este programa de ayuda para pagos de renta y de vivienda a través del Departamento de Vecindades de la ciudad. Los números de teléfono son el 419-691-2900 y el 419-243-9178, donde ustedes pueden marcar para una extensión con el idioma en español, mis amigos. Así que they also can call to the 241 245.
This is our number.
Okay.
They can call there, but we have contracted with these 2 providers to take in the application.
Okay.
So if they can't reach these people, they can call us and we can take their name and have somebody call them as well. So either way, we'll get them in touch with who they need to talk with.
Ok.
Okay.
Entonces, estos son los 2 números de teléfono para que ustedes puedan llamar y solicitar una aplicación. Ustedes presionan una de las extensiones y los van a conducir con el idioma en español. Los números de teléfono son el 419-691-2900 y 419-243-9178, mis amigos, para que ustedes reciban más información y soliciten una aplicación sobre este programa de ayuda con el pago de la renta o de su vivienda para si han sido afectados por el COVID-19 a partir del 1 de abril. Así que si a partir del 1 de abril ustedes han tenido ese problema, tienen que traer documentos también donde han sido afectados por su ingreso, donde les han reducido las horas de trabajo, les han dicho que vayan a la casa, no pueden venir a trabajar. Cualquier circunstancia que tenga relación con la pandemia y ustedes hayan sido afectados, ustedes pueden calificar para este programa de ayuda de pago de la vivienda a través de este programa que está ofreciendo la oficina de vecindades de la ciudad de Toledo. Mis amigos, anything else that you would like to say, Director?
That is one of our programs. The other program that we want to talk about and that we encourage applications for is our owner-occupied rehabilitation program. We know that the housing stock in the city of Toledo is very old, so we have a program that can provide for code upgrades to the property. We can fund up to $32,000 for code upgrades, and up to $16,000 for lead abatement work in a home. So again, if you're in a property, an older home that has chipping paint, that needs windows repairs, that need roof repairs, you can get an application by calling this number, and we'll send you out an application. And if you qualify again, if you within that 80% AMI or below level, you can get assistance with rehabilitating your property.
And you have to own the property.
You have to own the property. You have to live in the property. It's not for renters. It's not for buying and fixing up and flipping. It is for folks that live in their property. The assistance for the code upgrades is a loan. It's 0% loan. There are no payments required. And if you live in the house for 10 years, after the repair is done, the loan drops away. You don't owe anything. The $16,000 grant for lead is an outright grant that you can get to repair your property. Especially if you have a home where you have young children under the age of 6, we encourage you to apply for this program because the lead hazards, we know of almost 80% of the homes in Toledo are old. They're susceptible to lead, and they were built prior to 1978. So we want you guys to apply for this program. We can bring applications here. We can also bring again a flyer on the program for folks, and you would apply, submit documentation in terms of your income, the number of people that are in your family, your bank statements, and if you qualify, we'll come out and we'll assess the property. And Mr. Phil Barbosa, who's one of my construction managers, can
say hi, Phil.
Say hello, Phil.
Come on here. We don't see you.
Phil can talk to you about this exciting program because it can make a difference not only in making your home more sustainable, more livable, but it also helps to improve our neighborhoods. So Phil, why don't you talk to them about the rehab program, the types of improvements that we fund with this program, how long the process takes.
I'm gonna prepare some music, so come on and sit here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let you here to take over while I'm preparing some music, okay?
Okay.
Well, the program consists of after you fill out the application, Phil comes to your door. We go through your house. I ask you to provide me a list of things you would like to see fixed, to see what you would like to get fixed, and at that time I will go over with what we can do and what we can't do. There are certain things we are not going to be able to provide. The first things we take care of are code items. Roof, electric, plumbing are the first ones off the bat. You have to have a safe house inside and out. We look for fall trip issues, fixing the floor to make sure that you're safe within your home. All that totals up. And then my partner, Robert Siplin, comes in and tests for lead. He has what they call an XRF gun, which shoots through every level of paint to check to make sure that the paint, if there's any lead available. We also check when we're checking for lead to look for, see if it's been damaged. If it's been damaged, it translates into a hazard. We replace windows. We will redo bathrooms if they're unsafe or unsanitary. We've gone through and done a lot of things. We do not do terrazzo floors and high end items. We don't enhance. We try and bring everything up to code first.
Okay, you guys can keep talking.
So Phil, tell them from the time they apply to the time they can get work done. What is the timeline that we're facing now?
It's usually a couple of months, due to the fact right now it's a little longer than that because of COVID. Getting our contractors are also wary. After I've come out and written all the specs that we can possibly fix and fix everything we can, we will then go to a bid process. 3 contractors will come to your home and they will look over my specs, ask questions of myself as we go through. That takes, then there's a 10-day period where they have the chance to resubmit the bids back to us. We then open them, we go with the lowest and the best. All our contractors are insured and bonded. They've been with the city and working with us for several years. They all do good work. They are quick and efficient. If they run into extra problems, we go ahead and fix those also. After that, it then comes back. We open the bids, we review them to find that winning contractor, and then we send it to a setup for the contract. You will have to come in and get the contract to sign, and we take care of that. Once everything is signed, it runs through the big building. The mayor has to sign, finance, and that takes about another week. So we are looking at probably a couple months before we actually get started on doing any actual physical work. And then we get hampered by the weather come January, February, and March until the weather breaks again to do some of the exterior work.
But the key is that your work will be done and will be done professionally and will be done well. And again, this is an opportunity to get about $48,000 worth of work done to your property. Now, the other thing I want to mention is, speaking of work and speaking of construction, we need contractors to do this work in the city. If you are a contractor and you're not licensed by the city of Toledo, we desperately need you. If you can do framing work, if you can do roofing work, if you can do electrical work, if you're a general contractor, we need folks. We need you to go through our license process to become a remodeler with the city, so that you can help us to do some of this work. Phil will confirm that we have a backlog. After we approve these jobs, we have a backlog. We've got 5 or 6 contractors now that are actively working, and we have a backlog of work. They can't handle all of the work. So I'm appealing to the audience. If you are and we want good contractors. If you think that you are a good contractor, we encourage you to get on board with us and get your license. I'm going to give you the same number, which is 419-245-1400. If you call tomorrow, we will give you the call that number and ask to speak with John O'Donnell.
What is the number again?
419-245-1400. If you call that number and ask to speak with our rehabilitation projects officer, John O'Donnell, he can talk with you about the contractor licensing process for the city of Toledo. We can schedule the test for you. We can get you in contact with the right people, get you registered. But again, we desperately need construction and remodeler contractors to do the work that we're trying to do in these neighborhoods. So again, if you are a good contractor, we want you to apply and join our team and help us out.
Ok, entonces el llamado es para todos los contratistas, mis amigos, a obtener contratos con la ciudad de Toledo, y ustedes pueden llamar al número 245-1400, 245-1400, para que ustedes hagan contratos con la ciudad en todos estos programas de remodelación, de renovación de casas que está ofreciendo la ciudad de Toledo a través del Departamento de Vecindades, del Neighborhood Department. Así que, mis amigos, esto es una información muy importante para todos ustedes, quienes están escuchando la estación de radio y quienes nos están viendo a través de nuestras páginas en Facebook, Nuestra Gente 96.5 FM, mi página personal, y Nuestra Gente Radio Show. Para todos ustedes, mis amigos, es interesante que ustedes estén informados sobre estos programas de ayuda, y especialmente cuando estamos en tiempos de pandemia. Recuerden que existe un programa para ayudarles a pagar la vivienda, que es a través del Departamento de Vecindades de la ciudad de Toledo, con otras dos organizaciones que han sido contratadas para manejar todas las aplicaciones a este programa. Los números de teléfono a los cuales ustedes pueden llamar si han sido afectados por la pandemia del COVID-19 a partir del 1 de abril, donde ustedes le redujeron sus horas de trabajo, donde les dijeron que no vinieran a trabajar por el momento y que después le llamarían, perdieron ingresos durante esta temporada de la pandemia. Ustedes califican para este programa de ayuda de 3 meses a pago de renta de su mensualidad, con un monto hasta de $2,500 para 3 meses. Y ustedes pueden llamar al número 419-691-2900 y al 419-243-9178. Mis amigos van a estar conectándose allí con una extensión en español para que puedan darles a ustedes toda la información de cómo obtener esta aplicación para tratar de ingresar a este programa de ayuda con el pago de la vivienda, mis amigos. There is any other programs about helping with utilities?
Not that we administer. I would suggest that people contact Columbia Gas or Toledo Edison. We don't provide any utility assistance.
Entonces, para programas de ayuda de electricidad, de gas, ustedes tienen que llamar a las compañías de Columbia Gas, que es la compañía de gas, y por supuesto de Toledo Edison, que es para la electricidad, y ellos pueden darle un poco de orientación de cómo ayudarles, o pueden hacer pagos de poquito a poco, ir pagando su recibo y estar colocados en un plan de ayuda para pago de sus recibos también, mis amigos.
But let me just say, if you're having trouble with high electricity bills or high gas bills, that means your house is not energy efficient. So another reason to apply for our housing rehab work is that we will look at things like insulation or weatherizing the house to help you so that your house becomes more energy efficient and you're not using so much heat or electricity, to warm the house or to cool the house.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So those are the types of repairs that we do. Weatherize the house, seal the house so that your bills for utilities are reduced somewhat because we've made the house more energy efficient. That's one of the goals of the rehab program.
Otro de las ayudas incluidas dentro del programa de renovación y de renovación, remodelación de su casa, es que ellos también le ayudan con lo que es la insolación en la casa, para que usted no tenga que pagar tanto en cuanto a gas o electricidad cuando viene la temporada del frío. O también si hay algún escape, ellos por las ventanas, ustedes saben que hay orificios, a veces en el techo, ellos le ayudan a sellar todo eso para que ustedes puedan ahorrar en sus recibos de gas y electricidad si su calentador es de gas o electricidad cuando viene la temporada de frío, mis amigos. Así que son interesantes estos puntos que se mencionan para este programa de ayuda de renovación o de, como ustedes quieran llamarle, de sus casas, y ustedes pueden llamar al programa al número del 419-691-2900 y al 419-243-9178 para tener información tanto para el pago de la renta como para este programa de ayuda en arreglar su vivienda, mis amigos.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, there's one.
We're talking here a little bit of everything.
Yeah, there's a great program that we launched last month. It's called the Home at Last program, and it is a program where we're encouraging people to buy their homes. If you have been renting and you think that you are ready to buy a house, your credit is good, you've worked to be responsible, we have launched a program where you can get up to $7,500 to help you with down payment assistance to buy a home. Now, if you live in the old West End or the old South End or in East Toledo, you can get up to $9,500 to buy your home. Our money, you must first be able to be approved for a mortgage. So we encourage you the first step that we encourage you to do is to take housing counseling. If you have not gone to a financial literacy center, you can go to NeighborWorks, or you can go to Lutheran Social Services and have somebody look at your credit, look at your budget, and just go through the home ownership steps with you. Again, if you think that you're ready, we think it's a good time to buy a house. The interest rates are historically very low. And if you can get pre-approved you can also go into your bank, where you bank. You bank with Fifth Third or Huntington or the credit union. You can go into any bank and say, I think I'm ready to buy a house. Let me fill out an application for a mortgage. If you can get pre-qualified and you find a house that you want, we can help you with the cash for down payment assistance and for closing costs. The program is called the Home at Last program, and
so people can get a down payment $7,500 and $9,500.
Yes,
also
$9,500 if you live in a targeted area, and this area is one of those targeted areas. So you live in the Old South End. It's a target area that we're trying to encourage home ownership in. So if you see a house in the Old South End that you want to buy, we can help you with up to $9,500 for that. Anywhere else that is not in a targeted area in the city of Toledo you only get $7,500 for
and
that.
this is the numbers that they can call for
Yes,
that information.
they
also
can call this number,
okay,
and we can give them the name of the housing counseling agencies, because that's where we want you to start. We want you
to the 245-1400.
Yes,
there is a Spanish language to
no, there
bridge?
isn't for that, but we can. If they need an interpreter, we can get somebody to talk to them about that. Okay.
Entonces también hay un programa, mis amigos, que les ayudan a hacer los pagos de inicial de una casa si ustedes quieren comprarla, especialmente si es en el South End. Si viven en el área del South End, es una área donde está recibiendo este bono especial. Si usted quiere comprar una casa, una vivienda en esta área, usted va a recibir un pago de inicial por parte de la ciudad de $7,500 para ustedes poder comprar su casa, dar la inicial. La ciudad les está ofreciendo esto. Ahora, si ustedes deciden también comprar una casa, pero no están en el área de el South End, están en otras áreas, ustedes pueden recibir otra inicial de $9,500. Necesitan también obtener como una consejería, que alguien los oriente, les dé una clase de orientación, los prepare en cuanto a cómo obtener una vivienda cómo hacer los trámites para comprar una vivienda, dónde recurrir, qué entidades bancarias, dónde poder conseguir ayuda con la ciudad. Entonces es como una orientación que ustedes necesitan, si la necesitan, porque a veces la gente conoce más el área y sabe dónde están las casas que están en venta y todo esto, pero si ustedes necesitan una orientación en cuanto a recibir este programa de ayuda y de cómo comprar una casa, pues ustedes pueden llamar al 419-245-1400. Nuevamente, 419-245-1400. Si necesitan ayuda en español, ustedes pueden solicitarla y ellos inmediatamente le van a conectar con una persona que habla español, mis amigos. Así que estos son interesantes programas de cómo obtener una vivienda y de cómo renovar tu vivienda, y también para aquellos afectados por la pandemia, cómo ayudarles a pagar por su mensualidad de su vivienda por 3 meses con $2,500, que es el programa que tiene la ciudad para todos los que vivan en este condado. Now, the $2,500 for the COVID-19 fund, it has to be Lucas County, right?
It has to be in the city of Toledo.
In the city of Toledo.
The property has to be located in the city of Toledo. If the apartment is located in Sylvania or Oregon, no. Only within the boundaries of the city of Toledo.
Okay, entonces las personas que van a recibir ayuda para el programa de ayuda con la pandemia, porque han sido afectados por la pandemia, porque les bajaron las horas de trabajo, porque los mandaron a su casa y perdieron ingresos, estas personas o familias tienen que vivir en el área de la ciudad de Toledo para que puedan calificar a este programa de ayuda de $2,500 por 3 meses de pago de su renta. Y ustedes pueden obtener el beneficio de la ciudad de Toledo a través del Departamento de Vecindades, el Neighborhood Department. Anything else?
No, this is fine. It's a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to working with you. We will bring the materials here, and maybe after COVID we can do a housing fair where the staff can come out on a Saturday. We can bring our forms. We can be here to answer questions.
Yeah,
let's plan on doing that.
We can do it on the air, live.
Yeah,
and then we call people to show up.
Exactly. People can come. We can help walk them through the applications, and we can get people some help that they need. We look forward to that.
Yes. Así como nos dice la directora del Departamento de Vecindades de la ciudad de Toledo, pues es un placer para ella estar acá con nosotros en el programa, y por supuesto también de ofrecer toda esta información a nuestra comunidad de habla hispana, también con la idea de que después que pase la pandemia, pues hacer una jornada donde podamos transmitir en vivo y las personas puedan venir hasta los estudios y puedan llenar aplicaciones para estos programas de ayuda también, que van a continuar dentro del Departamento de Vecindades. Siempre hay programas de ayuda hacia las comunidades, especialmente para los residentes de la ciudad de Toledo, mis amigos. Bueno, hasta acá hemos llegado. Ha sido un placer hablar con la directora del Departamento de Vecindades de la ciudad de Toledo, la señora Rosalyn Clemens, quien hoy tuvo la gran oportunidad de ofrecerles a todos ustedes esta información para la comunidad de habla hispana, y por supuesto también los que no hablan en español, porque yo sé que todos ustedes que están allí sintonizados, we have bilingual people, so we have English and Spanish, so everybody is informed.
Okay.
And thank you also to Philip Barbosa, because he was here today also to help provide some information about the renovations for the housing. Así que mis amigos, gracias a todos por estar aquí en sintonía de la 96.5 FM. Les habló Linda Parra a través de Nuestra Gente Radio Show. Estaremos en contacto nuevamente. Los quiero mucho, los extraño. Por circunstancias de muchísimo trabajo no puedo estar acá todos los días con ustedes, pero estoy trabajando en eso. Pero siempre vamos a prepararle algo especial para llevárselo a todos ustedes a través de la estación Nuestra Gente 96.5 FM, tu programa de radio Nuestra Gente Radio Show, en vivo para todos ustedes y para que ustedes estén informados de lo que pasa en Toledo y ciudades vecinas. So people can get all the information about what is going on in the city of Toledo and surrounding areas.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us
okay.
today, and thank you, Philip. Mis amigos, los quiero mucho y será una nueva oportunidad cuando estaré de nuevo en contacto con todos ustedes. Se les quiere mucho y sigan en contacto y por supuesto escuchando Nuestra Gente 96.5 FM y sigan la página de Nuestra Gente Radio Show y Nuestra Gente 96.5 FM porque siempre colocamos allí unas cositas de interés para todos ustedes. Se les quiere mucho, feliz día y nos vemos en la próxima oportunidad. Gracias, chao.